Welcome to Nevermind the Furthermore. Wait a minute, this music isn't right, the scene isn't right. Hang on. That's more like it. And now it's time for the show for all creatives. Nevermind the Furthermore. Your source for conversation, inspiration, and fun. With your host, Nicholas Anthony Tockert. He's an artist, a writer, a swordsman, and a game designer. He knows how to use the sword and axe in historical battles without anybody getting hurt too much. He's also the Manatee Man, master of marketing. And he may even have a guest or two. One thing, though, to be certain. Just don't call him a cryptid. With that, it's about time for the show. So sit back, enjoy, and have some coffee and chat with us.
Good morning, Nevermorians. I'm your host with the most, Mr. Nicholas Anthony Tockert, coming to you over the airways on WNTF, Nevermind the Furthermore. Before we get into our program, we have a few of our usual announcements. First off, we want to put a big spotlight of love on our good friends over at the Independent Creator Directory, your one-stop shop for the best of the brightest authors, artists, musicians, and creatives. If you're looking for a place where you can be hosted, find your way, and have a wonderful time, consider joining the Independent Creator Directory, where for a low one-time fee, you'll be able to have access to a site where your information, wherever it is, can be brought together, where people can find you, find about your work, and find other small creatives to collaborate with you. And if you are looking for someone to help you make that dream you have come true, maybe you need a proofreader, maybe you need an editor, and don't know where to start, go here. And for those joining the site, Podcast One will give you half off on your one-time lifetime membership fee for the first 100, and those slots are going fast. Now, we are also made possible by sales of the Simple Sword, the Fighting Axe, and the Simple Spear, all part of my ongoing series of Western martial arts manuals designed to help you go from having never handled the sword to teaching the art to others, as well as the entire Big Stompy Robots universe. Yes, we've got multiple games, multiple novels, more coming every day, and miniatures in the works to be accessible for you, lovely, lovely viewers. All my books, along with my breakout horror novel, Hates and Hellfire, a dark secret is claimed 2 lives and is hunting an innocent child at the edge of the Appalachian Mountains. Only is on to plucky reporter, cameraman, and a very odd cat stand against the forces of darkness. All of those and many more are available on my Amazon author page. So Amazon authors, Amazon.com/author/Mr. Nicholas Anthony Tockert II. It's a good way to find me. Now, on to things. I hope you guys are having a happy hump day. I do hope to pop as much through the comments as possible so I can get into the artwork. A side effect of the recent weather means my sleep has been a little disturbed, so I'm a little tired. I'm coming into this a little, but that's okay. That doesn't stop us. We acknowledge that we're tired, and we will do what we can to get through it. That's how we function, my dear and noble friends. But I know you guys first and foremost want some accountability. So, accountability. Going in, I was reviewing several projects, and I forgot how many I had. Oh my, I have been busy. Anyway, as we wait for this to click over, 3, 2, 1, thank you, and word count. I am at 31,281 words on Haints and Hellfire. I've also done some tweaking on some new projects, and I've been looking at some very old projects that need editing and revamping and merciless work. So I've been fairly busy for a guy whose hands weren't working too well yesterday. We also have coming on this channel something you should be getting a notice for if you haven't. The next Nick Knows Nerf, the first part of the Siren Song project, wherein I deal with a very special blaster with a very special history to me. And we review it, and, well, we're going to be doing the distance review probably today if the weather works. I'll have to see. I'm excited. It's taken many months for this to get here. I believe the blaster kind of jump-started the pro market in the public eye, or if not jump-started the new generation in the pro market. It's very interesting, very exciting times for those of us who enjoy flinging foam. Now, so that's coming out. I have 2 or 3 more videos to film about certain Nerf-related materials that I want to get out there. So I will set them as I get them done to periodically pop up on Wednesdays and Thursdays, pop, as they are pre-recorded, simply because I don't think this lovely group, and I love my comments, would be able to let me get through the program in a timely manner, discussing my blasters or the blasters that are coming down. Like I said, there's a lot coming on. I'm excited for it, and I want to get that out there. I missed a couple weeks due to some issues, but those issues have been rectified. So we're coming into Art Day, so I don't want to dawdle too much. The weather has been dodgy and will continue to be as the remnants of the hurricane that are making their way up along the route of the Mississippi barrel on more and more into Indiana. Anyone who says there hasn't been climate change can tell me how all of a sudden we're getting hurricanes that hit all the way up into Indiana. I'd love to hear that one. But right now, I have a whole bunch of comments and I'm way behind. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run Joe's ad. I'm going to go through my things. And I know I'm not wearing one of my Hawaiian shirts. This is my orange sci-fi shirt. It's got a couple logos, ventilated pockets and back. I'm rather fond of it. So it's still poppy. It's just not printed poppy. It's just fairly, at the time, it's the brightest orange I could find. Yeah. We're going on easy. And like I said, I want to be comfortable as I do my work. So I'm going to run Joe's ad, be back in about a minute and a half. And then we're going to knock out those comments best we can and hop over to the art screen so we can do art time with Nick for a while. I don't think that's going to bother anybody. So I will see you in a minute and a half. All right, we're going to pop right into the comments. First through the door is Trey. It's Trelane Bachman, for those of you not in the know. Hello, good morning, all. Good morning, Trey. I hope you're having a fabulous morning. And followed shortly after is Donna Carleen. Good morning, Donna. How are you? And accountability for the Witsman dude. He already got me more coffee. Great start. Hey, Donna. Way to go, Carl. And yeah, I think I'll keep him. That's good to know. Accountability. Just finished panels of my sweater. Need to join them and do some finishing. Congratulations, Trelane. You've been working on that for quite some time. And Carl joins us. Good morning. Good morning, Carl. And cool. And hey, Carl, we've got lots of greetings. I'm sorry, the comments are coming fast and furious. So we're dealing with the old-fashioned comment dumps. Okay. Now, where were we? Here we are. All right. Accountability. Finished reading Luck of the Irish and found only 2 issues to take up with the author. Nicely done, both of you. Morning, Trey, Donna, and Carl. Well, good morning, belated thesis. Never mind. I almost said something I'm not supposed to say, so I shan't. And hey, thesis, we got greetings, and happy day before your birthday. Hey there, thesis. Happy pre-birthday. Happy pre-birthday. And to those of you, this reminds me, a week early, but thanks, guys. Or am I a week? Oops. Oh, well. This has been an active time because we had, in a very short succession, some of it in the same night, a super full moon, blood moon, harvest moon, lunar eclipse, fall equinox, a whole lot of mojo-y astronomical things are going on. With, in 4 days, the Earth will be acquiring a temporary second moon. I am not making that up. So if those check who had second moon in September on your bizarre bingo sheets, well, that might help somebody further along. I cannot be held accountable for what that may or may not do to me. Now, we got a whole stack of greetings, and sorry, everyone. No, and nothing to be sorry. And here comes the Dawn. Shooby-dooby. Dawn is, of course, the host of Nevermind the Furthermore. No. I'm the host of Nevermind the Furthermore. No, Dawn is the host of Indie CD 411. Oh, yeah, Dawn's not ready for this big a beastie. But she's doing wonderful with Indie CD 411, and she is also the, when she gets a chance, creator of Dawn's Fashionable Felines, her Buddy and Georgette stories on Facebook. And there are her babies, so we'll let her squeak. I do this because it brings a friend of mine joy. And if I can bring a friend of mine joy by showing a picture I did for them, well, then I'm glad to do it. And we've got a bunch of people greeting. Let's see. We got Dawn and Trey check states, it's my dad's birthday this week, not yours. I need a birthday calendar, that actually gives notifications not the day of, but maybe a week ahead and the day of. But we'll have to get things set up. Hey, Dawn. And in case I am not available, happy birthday to your dad. I don't know much about him, but he sure did one thing right. Anyway, LOL. Carl, hey, Dawn. Morning, Dawn. Well, Trey and I are correct with pre-birthday and accountability, new commission. Just need to iron out some details. I assume it's musical. Sounds great. Nice. Excellent. Nice thesis. And morning all. Good morning, Foxy. Check your messenger. Accountability. Comment dumps are coming through, so there's a bit of a delay. Next HaloCon assignment in progress. After being begged by my bestie, I agreed to help with a fundraiser, so I have a meeting tonight. Good Lord, woman. All right. We're going to pause here. I need to stop and talk about an important and at times dangerous condition that happens to many of the best of us, myself included. It is a lifetime battling condition that happens to the people who just mean well. I'm talking about helium hand. For those of you who do not know the horrors of the condition helium hand occurs when a creative person or helpful person has a whole lot of things on their plate, and they find the others asking for help, and their hand floats up of its own volition, despite the fact that we are all swamped with a great many projects at the most swamped part of our year. Helium hand affects basically everyone in the chat at one point or another, and we just want to know that we're here for you. Please don't burn yourself out. And if you think you might suffer from helium hand, don't be afraid to sit on your hands in meetings. Thank you. This has been a message from the survivors of the Society for Creative Anachronism. We woke up from the dream, so you don't have to. Moving on. That was a terrible, terrible joke. Hey, Foxy. Rain over the last 3 or 4 days is going to make my weeds grow again. Indeed. And Foxy, which means I will be late for the burning. What a day for an auto da fe. Anyway, wow. I just pulled a Candide joke off. That's niche. That's niche even for me. I'm not refusing it. If you don't get it, I suggest you look it up. If anything, because it may tie you into Voltaire. Everyone should read Voltaire. Hey, Foxy. Hey, Foxy lady. Wow, Don. You just can't. You can't say no. LOL. Late for the burning. That's what the Salem citizen said. Wow. Wow. Spicy, Carl. I can, but this gives me girl time with the bestie. And Trey starts out. And, oh, you poor thing. It clears out the sinuses, though. Sorry, Trey. And good morning, Dan Hallfield. Dan Hallfield is the mastermind behind one of the most important websites in sci-fi and, to an extent, fantasy, basically since the 90s. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, let Dan elucidate.
Hello, I'm Dan Hallfield. I'm the senior editor and publisher of Abelian Webzine, the world's oldest free creative writing e-zine since 1997. Since then, we have helped over 500 amateur writers learn what they needed to turn pro. www.aphelion-webzine.com and read not only what we've got going on right now, but 28 years worth of our archives of stories. Thank you very much.
You are very welcome. I'm sorry, you may catch me looking at my phone. I'm having some commission negotiations going on, and I want to make sure I'm on the right path with what I'm doing. See if they like what I'm doing, and I may be doing something else. I don't know yet. Let's see. And Carl has, okay, there we go, because Carl has apologized to Trey. Dan joined us, and that is not the way to treat a sinus infection, though it can be effective. Yes, snorting out a powerful caffeinated beverage can indeed clear your sinuses of obstructions. Not intentionally, but I have gone down that dark path. May the force be with you, Trey. Now, don't forget to like and share, folks. Yes, please like, share, subscribe. I promote a lot of really great people. I want to make sure that you guys... I'm sorry, I just saw the comment. I mean, my sinuses are clear now, just sticky. Oh, it is too early. Yes, I will remind everyone that this is not the green room, and I know that is going to get a few of you. Comments that take you back. Anyway. Now, that's me, says Carl, the comedic neti pot. And Donna is ignoring the Witzman dude. Carl owes Trey a new keyboard or a new phone and detail job for her truck. Now, what did I say? I'll wash Trey's seat on Sunday. You know, it's really not good for a sinus infection, snorting pixie sticks or crushed up Smarties. Just an FYI to all the kids out there. Please tell me, friend, and not you, Thesis. Oh, I know Thesis has done that. He has told that story before, so I know Thesis has had. I can't imagine. Ow. No such luck. Nope, that was me, Hank's head in shame. As you should. No. Oopsie. And we all do foolish things in our youth. Luckily, they didn't have TikTok back then. It's okay. We probably won't have TikTok much farther into the future. Most of my 9th grade and 10th grade years of high school were entirely fueled by sugar and stupidity. He once made me laugh when I was drinking with enough pressure it came out my nose, eyes, and ears. It cleared out a sinus infection from power wash, but fruit punch burns. That is oddly visceral early in the morning. Sugar and stupidity are a dangerous combo. Now that sounds like a tagline for a book series. And accountability got through yesterday. Some days you have to. Ouch, Foxy, and especially in our youth. Hey, Carl, you did it, Foxy. I woke up at 2 a.m., got some work done, then went back to bed. Right, Foxy. And Leo Jack J is, and I hope I pronounced that right, is following us over on Twitch. Always glad to have another follower over there. Wait, what did I miss? Nick doesn't have his normal shirt on. Everything's okay, guys. Not everything I own is Hawaiian print. Laundry days happen. I was trying to get some things done. And stay safe, everyone. Indeed, Foxy. And he's channeling his inner Joe with high vis. You can let that go. Just see, this is me letting that go. Hey, Joe, which I assume is Joe. But because I'm a very old fan of a site called homestarrunner.com, a truly bizarre, beautiful little place. Coach Z speech impediments do occasionally try and get a hold of me. If you know, you know. Hey, Joe. And also, hi, Joe. So we got lots of greetings and hello. Oh, hey, Grant. I hope people are signing up for your new Kickstarter. And hey, Grant. And we got greetings for Grant. Greetings, greetings, greetings. And, oh, wait, here, just before we get into that, because you own greetings, greetings, greetings. Anyhow, back to our comments. Took Angie to the doctor's office this morning, and she got some more prescription. Feels like there's a light at the end of the tunnel. That is wonderful. Hi, Foxy Carl. Blake, so greetings. Hope she starts getting better soon. Best wishes. Joined a writers group, and this is my first meeting, and my first meeting was today. Hi, my name is Grant, and I'm a writer. Hi, Grant. I write homages. There's that word again. I better find out it doesn't mean anything bad. Hope so, Grant. Hey, Grant. Tongue-tied. Just a little bit. My babies, here comes the squee. And hi, Donna. Yep, second moon. Actually, a third rocky satellite since we have already captured an asteroid few people know about. And a comet's coming in soon. Well, you know, if you love it, should have put a ring on it. And with the stuff we're gathering, maybe it will. Dawn's babies. Right, Carl? So much going on. Sadly, no, the commission isn't musical. I'm making a journal, but I'm writing a couple small pieces for fun. Excellent. The Earth is spinning a lot of plates right now, plus third stage of one of the Apollo rockets keeps coming back every 30 years. You know, isn't that what it's like to be a parent? I've already said no to a lot of stuff lately. She knows I'm going to sit back. Just miss the shelter this way. Oh, I'm having fun with you, dear. Don't worry about it. I wonder if the new temperate moon will be visible. Hey, Dan, did see you sneak in? Yeah, Dan's a ninja. And they say no, Foxy, unless you have a pro telescope. So it's pretty useless. I don't know, anything big enough to get noticed is going to have a magnetic effect. And right now, I'm up for some changes. Let's see where this goes. Darn, Nick's hair is much more subdued today. Nick's hair is finally getting long enough that I can capture the back in the back. And here we go, because Carl and I are actually on a similar frequency. When the moons hit your eye like a few pizza pies. Oh, those are morons. Do you like the running commentary on your hairstyle? Like, it is something that I am not accustomed to, but I do find it intriguing that you find it intriguing. So it's kind of cool. That's amore. And, well, you know what? Polycules deserve their own music too. So let's get that representation out there. I'm all for it. And, oh no. Apparently Thesis is going to rant. I saw that it was rat related, but on Saturday I shall rage. Man, you're calling your actions real early there, Barbarian. And sorry I had to step outside, but the roofing tin for the barbecue pergola just arrived. That's a whole lot of delightful in one sentence there. Dan? And Chris says, good morning, everyone. Accountability. I'm going to auto tag, trying to get some things to prepare for Helen, Fallout, and Aftermath plus odds and ends and watching the show. Interesting. And hey, Dawn. I assume Helen is the hurricane. Missed you coming in, and morning, Chris. And we've got greetings, and Dan and Chris, and hey, Chris, and yay for deliver, Dan. Yeah, hey, Chris, Dan and Chris, hi, Chris. Greetings, greetings. And I'll treat myself to a third cup of coffee, as well you should. Greetings, greetings. You guys just love the greetings. Bueller. Yes, let's bring that kind of energy to the hump day, because that's what we need. Squee! Y'all just want me to keep squeeing, don't you? Dawn! Think about what you just said. This is not the creep. Oh, yes. Does that mean werewolves will have two full moons to deal with? Partially, and one you can't see, just feel? Oh, tailbone just popped. That is an exquisite joy when your tailbone pops. I am intimately familiar with that due to injuries that I have occurred. Innocent this time. And good, Foxy. Alrighty, we're at the half hour. Right, Dawn, this time. I saw that, Carl. I'm going to run another ad real quick to get things set up. And let's run this one, and we will be back in a bit. righty, and we'll knock through these comments real quick. Nice dawn time lapse. Oh, wait, art prompt. Werewolf with 2 full moons. We'll see. But while we're doing that, we're going to come here. Watch you thumbnail. Go here. Nice, relatively low res, quick art. Nice dawn time lapse. Look at this. I can even listen. Maybe. Time lapse. And we'll record that. Best part of waking up is Folgers in your cup. We're not sponsored by Folgers, but Folgers, if you want to give us money, we can. And morning all. Good morning, Houston, Texas, Dave. Hey, Dave, but Nick only draws PG. Never mind, wrong kind of moon. Hey, Dave, and everyone's screaming Dave, and cool knitting stuff. Absolutely. You assumed correctly. Helene is the name of the hurricane. I thought so, but and hey, Dave. Alrighty, let's bang out some artwork. I've been doing some things for a project that's a little different than what I have been doing. So I'm a little, I don't know. I'm just, whoa, that was a look. Wait, okay, let's try that. Let's just see what that wants to do. Get some black watercolor look going. We can do that. Apparently, we're going to go slightly more classic. I give myself another layer because I don't necessarily want to risk goofing with the watercolor right now. But wow, okay. That was an interesting life choice. I'm not even complaining. Let's go to brush. This might call for the good pen. Well, that's not what I want. Go over there. And Dave's greeting everyone. Hey, Dave. I have been watching a lot of a specific Chinese that's going to be way too narrow. Wait a second. I need. There we go. Much wider. Of various Chinese dramedy. And no, I'm not going to tell you the name because I have learned that if I tell people I am watching the show, I have friends who will, they will go out of their way to watch ahead of me or look it up online to binge and then give spoilers. And if that seems like it's a sucky thing to do, that's because it is. However, it has been a long time, but I have been dabbling artistically in a style I don't normally. And I do love the options to play with the different styles that I do. So right now I'm trying to combine the watercolor ink and paint styles that I was looking at with my live streams. We'll see how this works. This is an art style that I really, really, truly adore, and I haven't really gotten to play with it much, so I'm rather influenced. And we'll just have to see if I like how this turns out at all. If I don't, that's okay too. But I'm just playing a bit. Actually, let me get my paintbrush and get something a little more controlled. Woo! That is not controlled for this level. This is I may play with just the black and whites on this. I'm not sure yet. This is coming together in an interesting way. And yes, a lot of these paintings are where I got part of the inspiration for the lamplighter. I'm a big fan of them. So I'm doing something a little less colorful than usual, but I've never attempted this kind of thing, so we'll see. We mustn't be afraid to try new things. Oh, what are we drawing? I don't have the volume on. Oh, yeah, I'm kind of in a kick for watercolor, but Foxy is answering that quite nicely. Thank you, Foxy. We'll just have to see how this comes out. But trying to combine the sense of ink and watercolors to provide a unique, this has to break that line or else it won't work. There we go. A unique feel based on older works I have done, I've seen. Let's see. So we're doing something a little different. I'm going to enjoy playing with the lighting on it. Right now, I kind of really am liking whatever this is. So man, it's been a while. Trying to let myself be loose with this is challenging. While I do not have much history with Chinese, I at one point in my life studied a great deal of Japanese. So I prefer Chinese artwork. My speech impediment makes a tonal language like Chinese, well, most dialects of Chinese, nearly impossible for me to pull off. I just don't, unless I'm extremely careful, control my tone well. But let's see. I'm a big, like I said, I'm a big fan of those old Chinese water colors. There's a precision in them that I admire, but do not often find myself worthy of. So, doing what I can. Again, it's very minimalist, very controlled. but I intend to put my own spin on it. Now, one thing I have always loved, especially, is, well, no, we don't want that. We do not want that. There is the kind of beautiful, distinct, swirly that some of the clouds take. It's just such a wonderful form. I always want to make sure I can put some of those in, just because, much like happy trees, the happy Chinese swirly clouds just they bring joy to me. It's hard to explain. Actually, no, it's not. I simply enjoy it, and I've had so many people give me grief for the simple things that I enjoy that I am prone to be either defensive or apologetic. And there's no reason for me to be either. So I'm going to attempt counter my better nature or my training to not be defensive or apologetic. And to anyone who says that digital art is not real art, I encourage you to try doing this. It takes a great deal of work to get the pressures right, because the way I am doing it is very close to my more traditional works. Here. So. Now, what we will do, I want to do this. Do I want to? Yeah, let's go back to the watercolor. I like the watercolor look of this being born. That's a little big for what I'm attempting, but we'll do this. Add another layer. And I'm thinking, yes, I like that. I like that. Not so big. I'm sorry. I was, like I said, my calibration is slightly up. Let's make this multiply and see if that doesn't give me what I want. Yes. But I don't want to do that. I want to force myself to do this in one, like so. And don't worry. I know I'm, oops. As soon as I said I'm doing that, I failed to do it in one stroke. Whew. It's just the watercolor gets so emotional. It's a very touchy subject, which is fine. I have to deal with some computer technologies, which I will be dealing with after I secure a little bit of payment for my oops. Let's take this way down. One. Yes, there it is. That. this with this lighter color all in one stroke. And I want to do this. I want the light to be shown. Now, no. If this were a day piece, I would use that color. But it is not, so let's see. Better. A little stingy, but oh, here, we'll do it like this. Because, again, I want that single flawless layer. Do I have fancy brushes that will let me do that? Yes. Am I using them? No. Because I will be able to clean it up. But I still want to get used to dealing with bleed because it's been a while since I've had to deal with a pen or a paintbrush that has a mind of its own and has a bit of bleed to it. This has a lot of bleed to it. So I have to remember how to work around that. Learning to negotiate with something as obstinate as paint is good for the soul. Oh, Chris had to go. I'm sorry. You have a wonderful one. And we'll just let this loose. Like so. So. I kind of like how this is coming. Now, very like right. Now we'll go here. This will do nicely. A little bit, but I see no shape of work. And I do like this watercolored accidental. I did not plan to do this way. None of this was planned, but I'm not complaining. I may come back and do. Once I have my base watercolor lines in play, I may come back and do something else. Oops, that got a little rowdy. But I am very much in a very particular artistic mood, and I do like to mix things up a bit. So, let's mix things up a bit, shall we? For certain measure, and I'm pushing my hand pretty hard after the difficulties of the weekend, but this allows for a certain measure of subtlety. I enjoy the art of a great many countries and cultures, and I believe art is a gift, a privilege that I consider to be a human heritage far more than a national heritage. And we should always seek that which calls to us, and seek it in the means that we find it calling to us. See if I get on the edge of this just right. What will happen is we'll get a little bit of bleed, and we give it a second. And to be able to see. There we are. I really do have to. Well, I'll be addressing my DA stuff soon. Now, one more color. I want this rough to be darker than all of those combined. And I will do so. Now, spot of yellow. Erase quite a bit to be able to do this. That's all right. One thing I don't have much issue with is playing with light. In fact, there are a few things I enjoy more artistically than playing with how light is affected on obviously, I'm not content to simply use a single style and not give it some of my own tweaking. That would be out of character for me. And that's okay. I know normally I have my music going, but I think I'm okay right now. My result isn't, my purpose in this isn't accuracy, it is appreciation. And by having a small piece of both, I feel I can get the beauty that I'm seeking adjacent in the place that I'm looking for. I almost regret doing the bottom part though. Let me see. Come back. Hide a bunch of these layers, pull this back out. I'm going to very careful. I don't know if I can even pull this off, but I'm going to try. Okay, I need that line back. Well, that's far too dark. I was only able to do that because of the lightness of the watercolor. No, we'll try. Might be an interesting fact. using the painterly blender to readjust some things and trace and lead the light out in the places it's looking for. We'll come back here. How does it grip that? Well, I'd have to do that straight up, and I can't do that. Can't use that brush technique straight as I am. So sounds like thunder's rolling through. Alrighty, now, I apologize for that, but it looks like we've come to a very interesting place. And yes, I know my watercolors are stacking a bit. I want them to at this point. I don't want it to be too homogeneous. But I think we have something going on here. I'm not quite sure what, but I think somehow we got somewhere. I like that. Not in the least. That's not bad. I need to forget what I'm doing. Oops. No, I can't do it. No, don't like it. Don't like it at all. We'll keep the wider look for now. It needs. I'd have to do something a little shadier than that. Maybe that's what it needs. Multiply. Marker, millipend. Yes, that's what it needs, but just not there. It's a little more free. I don't have to worry about bleed so much. But if I do this, I have the existing paint underlay, and the texture is still there, but I have not betrayed the spirit. Sometimes you have to negotiate with an art piece, and that's okay. See, this is a much more forgiving tool. Oh, I do. Oh, I do. I do. Now, let's see. Yes, I've had music. I probably should turn it on. I was just listening to the distant thunder as a oddly comforting thing. But I'll have to turn it off because if I listen to thunder too much, a very specific Bob Seger song will happen. Let's see. So let's put something on music-wise, and I'm not feeling energetic. Let's do Supermoon. And we'll pull that back down to a nice, comfortable 20. Now, put it 20. I know you guys can hear it. It's not as good as my feeding the ducks for keeping my rhythm. But feeding the ducks gets very repetitive to anyone who's not actively drawing, so I try not to inflict it on you too much, unless I am in desperate need of that particular style of motion. And I apologize ahead of time if our broadcast gets interrupted or anything by the weather. Now, my plans for the day, once I am done with this, involve a substantial amount of house cleaning, because I am due for some rather substantial house cleaning. I had some outside things planned, including the shooting of the second part of the Blaster video. However, if you could hear that thunder rumble, you know I will not likely be doing much outside again today. This happens, but we will call this here. Oh, I like that. Make it a little more vivid there. Yes, I can. Now that we have this, we'll come here, go to pen, hit here, hit somewhere in here, and I will sign it. I like that. And what shall we call this? Save as. Fishing the river of G. There we go. That. And come here. Oh wait, I almost goofed it. Export. Oh, I can't do that while that is active. Hold on. Do this. There we are. And we'll do that. And I'm once again way behind on my time lapses and such, but that's okay. And we will export a single layer ping like this. And then we will come and we will go here. And we will say never. Oh, wrong font. Oh well. I can fix the font after I've got this done. Mind. Furthermore. Yeah, that's atrocious. I was working on, I had to letter a screen. All sorts of strange things going on. Please bring me back, give me back my papyrus. I like the papyrus. I think it's an elegant font. Oh, why not? Just center it. Center it, old boy. And the 30th. Export single layer JPEG. NTF 930 24. My, we're getting through this month quickly. And we have some commentary about the water that's going on, and Meditations from a Displaced Detective has a very calming feel. I really dig that song when I'm in the mood for something low key, and that's definitely where I'm feeling. Had to run out in the hall to where the Fitbit charged. Wasted steps, about as useful as another tiny moon. Well, we never know. Okay. Say okay here, and we will go file. New. Set up the new one. Now we'll save it. And okay. Let's go a little lighter on the subject matter. Actually, we're at the little past the hour mark. I'm going to stop the music, run an ad, and then I will come back to us in just a bit. We'll start the camera back up and we'll start our music back up. And back into the comments briefly. Time lapse, thank you, Foxy. Yes, Foxy. Time lapse start, or image. And Dan says he did that. Didn't see it. I did do it this time. I have to do a time lapse every time because they changed the settings, and I've been able to readdress them. Brush size that. Okay. What am I for? Yes. Maybe I'll stay on theme. Maybe I will stay on theme. I'm not sure. We'll see. Nope. Why no? Because that pencil stroke is enough control. There we go. And we are probably needing a different tune while we're at that. I do love Dan Hollifield's work, guys. His music is phenomenal. But I like to bounce around at this point with what I have. So let's go chill, dude. Just chilling. That arc's long. Portions are off. But we can fix that. It's a great opportunity. We just take this. And I have to fix the headpiece that I got. But I'm going to resize this. There. That's much better. That's much better. Her legs are a touch thick. That's okay. I don't mind. I have some preferences. We're still on blues, so there is no wrong answer. I've been watching these Chinese period dramas, so I'm in just a mood as we wrap up fall. Wrap up summer. We are starting fall. One thing I've enjoyed about watching these Chinese period dramas is figuring out how they actually manage to function with the sleeves that they wore. And it makes you realize that a great many of the gestures that you see some people perform have their roots in necessity. So the very fluid tucking of the opposite arm when one is extended suddenly makes sense when one is wearing great voluminous sleeves that you don't want to get into your ink. And I just adore things like that. But she is delightful, so we'll just call that an interesting bit of shenanigans. I did a little bit of a fashion study. This is very much fancyized, so please don't take anything I'm doing as canon or perfect. So that does make her hand quite a bit too big. Oh, I know what she's doing. Apparently she's left-handed. I can't remember if they had anything to say about left-handedness. She's playing a bit of Funatoss. I'm sure it has a fancy name, but the way it was played as I was watching was a gambling game, wherein you would take a large wire ring, and if you could encircle something, it was yours. Let's see, I want to use this pen. Well, how about we put it in black and then we decide? No. That pen feels fast right now. Shall we go back to 0? Oh, we've got quite a bit of commentary. One moment. Oh, looks like some people had to go. And, oops, pardon me. My comments are deleted. Thank you. Oh, Dan, you've earned all the praise. There will be a burning his yarn tonight. Okay, gotta run. Sorry. Been in lurk mode most of the morning, getting ready for a meeting now. Well, I appreciate all your support, Joe. You have to let us know when they do the first Fridays over on Bandcamp. I want more of your albums. See you all later. Have fun. Bye, Joe. See you all tonight. Lunchtime. Well, guys, I will say I won't be spending any money for the foreseeable future because I am having to save because I have one of my big expenditures of the year being the purchase of my VA core, which I will be tweaking quite a bit because apparently there are ways I could sell digital art there. I will also possibly be doing some digital file sales through my Patreon in the near future for the Historical Fencing Guild. Because my annual $100 fee for the type of hosting I have, after I was on there over 20 years without having to pay anything. I feel if I have the capacity to pay my way, I should of it, in hopes that it helps keep it free for those who have no chance of doing so. But it does mean that in the months of September and October, leading up, I begun to be rather tight. And then after the beginning of November, which between that and my anniversary, after that, I begin to financially recover in time, slightly, for Christmas, when I am then again quite broke through February. Which feeds right into March, and both their birthdays being in March means that is a tight time as well. But I think that can be forgiven. So that in April and May I may spend a little bit until the cycle begins. Too small. Oh, she's delightful. She is absolutely delightful, isn't she? Thinking in terms of watercolor has been good for controlling my penmanship just a bit. But sometimes they come slowly. The images just are quite a bit fast. This is fun. She has her eyes on that vase, though. I think it's a. And no, she's not wielding a terrible tambourine. She is motivated to win herself oh, that is delightful. Well, maybe that was chunky. Not bad at all. If I are working with minutes. Yeah. Very little performance. Very little to point out at all. No. Only that. Now, let's add some colors. Yeah, get a bit of multiply layer. Yes, I know, must fix. There we go. This is what I think after that counts. Were I doing a more anime-inspired piece, I would be tempted to make her hair a dramatic color. But sometimes it is nice to do a little bit more natural. Oops. Oh, cool. For those of you who caught that, yes, my little car is fixed. That tells me I've gone longer than I thought because the temporary blockout has been done. Oh yes, this is exactly the color I want. I get on these artistic kicks. Nick, why aren't you doing very fall-y stuff? Well, because very soon I'll be on my annual fall into Halloween business. This year, I'm just easing them up. And some of these colors are going to change. I just want a base color on them. This is one. I weigh a lot of what I do with the always vital question: will Amanda like it? If Amanda will like it, the picture's probably good. If Amanda won't like it, is either of a subject matter that would be somehow problematic, or there's always more. The there. The piece needs more work. There's no shame in needing more work. But just like my literary stuff, I weigh my wife's opinion highly on the things that I do. As one should. Advice for young married people out there, or newlyweds, or those thinking about it. If you find that your spouse's opinion on things that matter to you doesn't, you need to really think about, is that going to be someone you should be married to? Because I know a great many people who marry people that they just don't respect. And if there's a respect, there's no hope. I hate to put it that way. I'm not trying to be a downer. But really, you have to respect the person you're married to. And respect their opinion. Because no one is right all the time. But it's a lot easier to be right if you have someone who you can rely on. Did I just detail that to suddenly come by and say, no, I want to change the color? Yes. Do I have any regrets for doing that? No. This is very nice. And we'll get out this. Let's go here. We'll make it just a straight jade vase that she's attempting to hopefully hoop and then get as a prize. Now, there we go. And I'm sorry if I've neglected the chat. Oh. Oh, hello, Glenn. I'm sorry. What happened to your pencil? Well, right now, Glenn, I'm streaming live my materials. And as my scanner no longer talks to my computer, because of these dastardly people, I am stuck with digital for the time being if I want to be able to use the artwork for the purposes it's intended. In this case, I am doing my weekly thumbnails. Oops. Need a much bigger brush. I don't know, if I just leave her in this kind of well, let's Nick, you know better than that. You won't let this go that nicely. So yeah. Now. Oh, so how are you doing, Glenn? It's been a while since I've heard from you. I do sometimes very much miss the setups for Nerd Bacon. There we go. Not too bad. Cool. Now, here, erase this. Add another layer. I want the definite soft feel. And Glenn is flirting with Donna. Foxy and Kitty's opinions are always first thing I get when I'm working on something. They don't like it, needs to be something else. Keep lead in your pencil, or I do. That can't be shared right now. I'm working on my World War II story. Very slowly. Good. Your story should be working on slowly. Oh, well, that was an interesting choice. Oh, that's too much. I want to shade, but I want to shade instead of my usual methods. I want to shade with a version very similar to the color instead of my usual hard grays. And then I'm trying to be a little softer, somewhere a little gentler. And while I'm fully capable of traditional techniques, one is always happy. Oh, this should be multiplied. Much better. No, that's excessive. Where's my razor? And some reasons. To brush. I'm trying to challenge myself to use the digital tools that I have access to more match some of my more traditional techniques. I'm finding it quite challenging, actually, to do so. Which, as anyone who knows me, something being quite challenging is in no way a bad thing, very often a preference. Because if it is quite challenging, that means I am motivated, I am interested. And while it's not perfect, it is improvement, and that's what matters. Speaking of stories, remember that there's roughly 30 days left to send me stories for Apfilian's 300th issue. I assumed that you would be completely beset with stories for that, Dan. I mean, being part of the 300th issue will undoubtedly be a quite the feather in someone's cap, and not to be taken lightly or subtly. And no, I'm not buttering you up because I don't have anything even close to word length or ready for something like that, but perhaps you guys do. Perhaps one of you out there wants to challenge the future a bit and make an attempt. What say you, dear friends, writers, creatives of all stretch? There we are. Just feel that needed that little bit of storybook. Yes, storybook. Nice. Let's have normal layer. Let's do this. Let's. What's the fault of that? Seems a bit dramatic. I do something like this. Almost. We can leave that. We can leave that field. This. And this. A little bit of framing. Just break it up a bit. Thank you. Oh, you're putting up your stories. Excellent. I like. Here, I'm going to black this right now because it's not right. There we go. That'll do. Now, you should. Oh, she isn't wearing earrings, and that is not fitting on the first station. So I'm going to give her a couple. Nice. Not perfect. Not perfect, but nice. I am willing to accept nice for that. Yes. I think I should. Okay. File. Save as. Yes. Okay. She wants the vase. Let's lose that D that's not supposed to be there. I can tweak with the capitalization and all that later. File. Export single layer. PNG. Okay. And I realize that this is the October 1st picture. Interesting. Okay, well, we'll keep with it anyway. Export with time lapse. Thank you. I'm glad you find her pretty. Or October 2nd. Let me double check my calendar real quick. Yes, October 2nd. Take the red. Look here. Never mind. More, and it's being all manner of obstinate, so it shall be punished for its obstinance. I am not looking for that. I am looking for my Tyrus. Oh, hide that. Oh, I didn't hide that yet, hopefully. say. Ah, exports in the layer G and TF. to 24, which is fine. Okay, no. Nice, yes, okay. Alrighty. I'm glad you enjoy that. Actually, I will say, because I like the way that came out. One more, and we are fully in spooky season. So let's get a little spooky. Let's get a little spooky. What are we thinking? 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 Okay. Good. Let's see. Now, we go. Actually, I need to do an image while I look for what I to deal with this. So I will run an ad, and then I will be back with more shenanigans after a message from this sponsor. I thought I'd saved something. I didn't, because I was looking for a pose reference. And that is quite bothersome. I do like to use pose references. But I don't seem to have that pose reference, which is odd to say the least. All right, we'll go here. Close that. Give it a moment. Maybe two. And we'll go there to make things faster. Let that click and whir. I think I know what I want to do, but we'll see. Can't find the reference I was going to use, which is always bothersome. So what we will do is try to go from memory. Oh shoot, I forgot. See, there we go. I'll just do this. There. That should reset the time lapse. Then what we'll do here. Pose references make things a lot easier, which is why I have so many on my phone. And I want to just thank all the cosplayers out there, especially you cosplayers who might not be of traditional build, or you don't think you should be cosplaying. Trust me, your efforts are not in any way, shape, or form in vain, because it is so nice to be able to look at different body types and analyze. Yes. This is why we do things in blues. We got to turn the music on, I know. But that keep track of the look. Here. Back here doing something. Go. And let me just let that go. And remember, friends, if that goth girl you've been chasing suddenly, now you do what suddenly kung fu. Suddenly kung fu. Oh, not suddenly kung fu. Not after I've started this lovely piece. Dang it. I don't want to ruin this. We'll see. Yeah, we'll see. Suddenly kung fu. Anyway, if that really cute goth girl you have been chasing for some time all of a sudden gives you a chance and wants to go out in the woods, got news for you. She's not into you. She just needs sacrifice. We'll just do this. Move that arm down just a bit. Give me a little bit more reference points. That will just make it easier on me to do. Add another layer. Suddenly kung fu. And now, okay. Pen. I want the zero. I have been on a zero kick again. We shall see. Here we go. This actually reminds me of one of the stories from Through the Thinning Veil. I can't remember what I titled it. But it is a classic horror movie slasher story with just that pinch of the Nick charm kicking in. So you know things get a little odd. I don't like that. I may have to let that in. That's okay. There. I know I forgot to start my music back up. That's okay. It's okay. You guys will be patient with me on this one. Suddenly Kung Fu. Yeah, that one's not right at all. My heart racer. Clean lines, dang it. It's funny that you say suddenly Kung Fu because I am writing a scene, and that scene requires a set of fight choreography. Let me just do that. Cover that little what line there. Up. And now we have to do this into something. Because right now it just looks like a very nice, moderately attractive. Girl looking over her shoulder. But it's got to start getting the details because it is Halloweenish. I don't like the way that looks. That's okay. Well, if I could take and pull her arm here. I can erase this arm. It's really just bothering me. I was trying for behind the head pose and foreshortening, and I don't like the foreshortening. And it's screwing up her silhouette. So we have fixed that. And with the addition of just a small detail, the picture starts to come together. I have leather working in my future, which means the Historical Fencing Guild has videos on leather working in its future. I just have to get to it, which means working hard today. And I don't want to work hard today. It's a rainy, miserable day. And then there's this. Put the hair just a bit. There we go. Make it more of a living thing. Hide that. What do we have? Something I can work with. My buddy's sure going to laugh at me for this one, but that's okay. I'm not in the tattoo business. got her set up. If you aren't hearing a very specific guitar riff in your mind, oh no, don't do that. This. And take our fill. Undo. What happened? Oh, I have a gap. That's what. We were definitely setting up for a it's suddenly kung fu kind of moment, if that helps. Let's see. Psycho eyes? Maybe? There we go. It needs a little bit more menace. She needs. Yeah. A little thickness to her eyebrows. There. That's not how I want to do. That looks sloppy. We're going to come back here. Pencil in all line. So. Oh, yeah. It's going to get. A little bit spooky back here. Do this action very lightly. Sort of set the scene. This. That time. We're just going to form this. Now we're just the feel of everything. Let's see. Well, there was requests for suddenly kung fu. And I'm glad you like that. Because as I was trying to decide what I was going to draw, let's go. Let's see. Can I do this? Oh, yes, I can, but I'm going to do this on a different layer. So I can go multiply. Let's multiply. Oh, I'll have to undo that. Okay, I got a couple things that need to be fixed. That's fine. So if I go. Well, still. Okay, that's where it is. I still see. Okay, so come back to our pen. Come back here. Close your lines, Nick. And yeah, I'm getting some stuff. And suddenly Kung Fu should happen. And believe it or not, I'm planning for something suddenly Kung Fu related to happen. But I don't know where that funky angle came from. Not right now. And just for the special mini moon to be appreciated, even though no one else will see it, fewer will probably care. There's the mini moon. Now let's do that. See if I did this right. And I would have if I was on the proper layer. Now where's the gap? Okay, undo. I see. Back to work, boy. Boy. Yeesh. This is persnickety today. That's okay. Well, I don't mind closing things up and having to do my work right. I just want to get the feel of a few things out. I want to keep that kind of lighter now. Come back here. Come back here. So, question for you all. Who was a better Buffy, in your opinion? Christina, I'm sorry, Sarah Michelle Gellar or Christy Swanson? Because for me, while TV Buffy was amazing, and I love Sarah Michelle Gellar, and I love the Buffy program. I will always have a place in my heart that says that that Christy Swanson's the original, you know? Come on, come on. There we go. And that sort of is that, in my opinion, you know? Although, I don't know, SMG was definitely Buffy longer. Well, far more actively. And yes, that guy's arm for her. That is the absolute point of this image. This image is going to be this. One of those. I don't know if what just happened for me happened for any of you, but as soon as I hit some of the coloring on some of these, this instantly became the moon instantly brightened up, and I'm absolutely here for that. Let me get this red. Oh, wrong way. I see the gaps I have, don't worry. Just ignore the stake hanging from the custom build belt thing. Yeah, just ignore the fact that she's walking through this graveyard totally unbothered. I'm sure. Okay, I can understand seeing the movie before the show, and they're very different. They're very, very different. It's like Giles will always be, the Watcher, but you have to give Donald Sutherland's Merrick some love. It's just necessary. So yes, did I actually just take one of my favorite cosplayers to borrow a pose, use that as an excuse to do a different image, simply to have an excuse to prattle about Buffy the Vampire Slayer on my show? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So there is love, like I said, love for the tiny moon. I don't know. Do I want to make the background darker though? Let me see something. I just want to see something. Do I like? Oh, I like that much better, don't I? I like that much better. And I'm going to have to come here because I did a little bit of layer oopsies, but I want this to look. A certain way. And now that I know what I want to do, I can fix what needs to be fixed with this, do this, something like that. Now, these lines. I mean, there are obvious glaring errors to me, but being able to fix them. I kind of like leaving her like this though. I like the white. The white makes it like kind of crazy. And I'm doing this because I want to always support whatever possible green-eyed girl representation. There we go. Oh, we're getting somewhere. Although right now she looks almost more. She almost looks more unholy than they do. Let's look at this. Let's just give this a fair swat. Do I like this? Oh, I really rather do, don't I? A little light. That's right idea, wrong color. Yeah. That works. Person. Made some kind of heavy mistake. This is not fluffy. Fix that again. Now we're getting somewhere. That's like a little bit of repair. And I'm okay with that. Repairs happen. Sort this part out a little bit. That's now we're getting some interesting places, I think. Don't you? I hope this image helps you guys get into the Friday spirit of things. I'm into the Halloween spirit of things now. Over here, add a layer, blend mode, multiply. Soft airbrush. Let's see if I like this. And I know it looks like I'm going crazy. I am not going crazy because what I am doing, dear friends, is using it at a darker tint than what I intend to do, so that when I play with the opacity, I can go like this. Make sure the shadows and light are doing things. Now I'm going to add another one. I'm going to be doing a lot of very strange multiply layers, but using a similar method. Now, I may have to move this around, but that's okay. Play with the shadows. Playing with the shadows. And again. I know. It looks like I overdid it. That's okay. It's supposed to look like I overdid it because I'm going to come and do the same thing until I get the tone I want. I'm going to add another one. Multiply. Be more traditional with this. So what I am doing is I'm using the moon as a to make my little vignette. Lots of shadow playing. And one more layer. This layer is going to get a little weird. It's going to be soft light. And that red that's on everything now. Yeah. Do this. I'll shrink this down quite a bit now. Where's my size? There we go. Yeah, let's go 15. This right here. Blend everything in this hazy, crazy red of the blood moon. So very glad I'm retired from spook stuff. So glad. This. Nick, your vampires have no shadows. I know, they're vampires. With the red light all yeah. Stuff is completely about to go. Oh, if you wanted that feeling of suddenly kung fu, stuff is very much going to go down. And I realized I made a color boo-boo. So let me hide a bunch of this real quick. There we go. I can grab that because that should have been using the eraser. Am I using the right? Yeah, I'm using the wrong brush. That's okay. I can fix that. Right here, because this is for backup. Oops. Do that. There we go. I caught an error. We'll add. There we go. The rest of that, like so. Now, if we add everything back. Vampires. Okay, hello. Let's see. Let me walk up. Giggles back, guys. So look, saw a movie before the show, so colors. I shall keep my opinion as we don't discuss politics here. Wow. Love the tiny moon. If crosses keep evil at bay, do cross tattoos work in a similar fashion? Yes. Larry Niven once asked me if a vampire would be repelled by a copy of the Quran. Okay, you know what? I'm going to take a second here. Give me just a second because this conversation actually needs my attention. So we will say, save as. Bad moon. Rising. We'll say bad moons. Rising. People think it's a typo. That works. I forgot to sign it because I got so caught up. So we'll go here. We'll go here. We'll go to this layer. I'm so tempted to do this. I am. I like it. Anyway, so we'll save that. And we'll export PNG. Bam. 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 File. Time lapse. Export time lapse. That's going to take it a minute. I should have done more with the moon, but it's not bad. For what it is, for a live show, it's fine. Now I've got Cretan's Clearwater Revival going through my head. Alrighty, and yeah, let's clear up this project so I can get into the conversation that I want to get into. Let's see. We are here. No, I don't want that. I want my. Ooh, I do like that. I'll be using that at some point. Anyway, whoops, never mind the furthermore. That looks good. That actually works. We'll put that right there. Check. File. Export single layer. J. Oh. Gotta do that. Ooh. Wow. Export single layer. JPEG. NTF. 10. 424. There we are. Okay, now that's saved. That means I'm done with my art requirements for the day. So, Larry Niven once asked if a Muslim vampire would be repelled by the copy of the Quran. It is not the vampire being repelled by the symbol. It is the faith behind the symbol, as there is nothing sadder than an atheist holding a cross. So it's not necessarily a Muslim vampire, no, it's the faith of the wielder. So that should, for your demonically powered entity, if your deity has any juice to it, which I'm not going to argue, but theoretically it should be, as long as the believer has the faith. Would any religious artifact? Yeah, I think it's connected. The scene where in the Mummy, where Benny goes through all the different religious symbols, trying to exactly. It's a beautiful representation. There was no faith behind it, so it doesn't matter what he's holding. Very few relics or articles have enough faith to be self-sustaining. A few do exist, but they are rare and not something to get back. Lunchtime check-in. All right, sounds good. Vampire. Yep, she's about to open a can. Absolute Vampire Wednesdays. Mystery Science Theater 3000. Need some vampire music. I do need some vampire music. But guys, we've had a good program. I'm really pleased with some of the art we've done. I have been at this for 2.5 hours. So guys, let's put it this way. Get writing, get drawing, get creating, because if you do, you can edit it, you can improve it, but you cannot edit a blank page. I love you, and you should too, and I am going to duck. Toodles, folks.